was probably the worst coached game I think we've seen this entire season. And honestly, yeah, it was terrible. It was flat out embarrassing. It was so bad. Doug Pederson, Jim Schwartz, they were all out coached today. There was no life, and you had a bye week. You had a bye week to prepare for this game. And this is the product you come up with? You can't get your team pumped up, ready to go for your first game back after the bye week, and it's also against a division rival, against the Giants, and you put up that type of effort, you put up that type of performance, and you lose a very must-win game. And honestly, this loss feels like a tale of the direction of where these two teams are going. I do believe that the Giants are a little bit better than what their record shows. They proved they were better, but then that also can show about how bad the Eagles actually are. The Eagles did not do good at all today. The defense, oh my god, the defense, especially on that first drive of the game by the Giants. What was their drive, like 10 plus minutes? And they do eventually get a touchdown off that because a little bit of getting into foul trouble helped the Giants a lot during that drive. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then when you get touchdowns to get closer within to the game, you allow the Giants to respond immediately. And I know, and Carson Wentz did not have a good game, but he didn't have that type of game to where he was the reason that the team lost. But he also didn't do enough to help the team win the game. He was a meh type of quarterback today. Didn't do enough to lose the game, but didn't do enough to help this team try and win the game. It wasn't his fault that the Eagles lost this game. All the blame goes towards the coaching staff. The coaching staff, this was probably the worst prepared game that you could ever see. The play calling, the predictability, and Jim Schwartz not adjusting at all during this game. The Giants were running all over the Eagles defense throughout this entire game. And like I said, when the Eagles managed to get some points on the board, the Giants automatically responded. Automatically. And I thought going into this game, a big key was to force Daniel Jones to turn the ball over, because he is very prone to throwing interceptions, very prone to fumbling the ball. And the Eagles did not do a lick of that. The secondary was non-existent, and we really weren't able to get that much pressure on Jones. He rushed the ball a lot, and he managed to get the ball out very quickly. We didn't get that much pressure on Jones. And going back to Carson Wentz, I didn't feel like he was going into that predictable mode where he was holding on the ball for way too long, where he was trying to be the hero way too much. He wasn't forcing those plays to happen like he did against the Dallas Cowboys a couple weeks ago. He wasn't trying to force those plays. Yes, there was definitely a couple of plays where he probably overthrew someone, underthrew someone, but a quarterback in this league that is not Tom Brady, that is not an elite quarterback, most quarterbacks are going to overthrow people a couple of times during the game. Most quarterbacks are going to underthrow a couple of people sometimes during the game. I can understand also Carson Wentz does this way too much. But it's not him to blame. Late in the game, yes. Could he have hit Dallas Goedert better late in the game? Yes. Did he throw behind Fulgham? Yes, but it landed in Fulgham's hand, so by therefore, he should have caught the ball. If the ball lands in your hands, you should have caught the ball. And every time Jalen Hurts comes onto the field, it's the same exact damn play. Every damn time. And it's predictable. It's so easy to read for the defense that they stop it immediately and they shut it down. Where is the creativity? Where is it? Where is the creativity at all? And just like to sidetrack a little bit right here, so I officially joined the Painted Lines. So a big Philadelphia sports podcast YouTube channel. They talk all Philadelphia sports. Me, the Flyer Up Podcast, were officially a part of the Painted Lines, and I joined them today for the first time on the Eagles pregame show, and we were talking about a lot of key things to the game. I said turnovers were a major key to this game, and basically have to get the running game going. And it felt like today the running game for the Eagles did damage, and we didn't use it enough. Miles Sanders, I felt like he had a great game today, But yes, late in the game, did he drop a couple of passes? Was he not able to get anywhere going on the rush? Yeah, but that was late in the game. And yes, late in the game does matter, but I felt like overall Miles Sanders had a great game, and he wasn't utilized enough. Boston Scott definitely wasn't utilized enough, especially since he is the giant killer. Boston Scott's best games are when it comes against the New York Giants. And how many touches did he have? 3 or 4? And yes, one of those touches was for a 50-plus yard touchdown. And he's not used more? And then it feels like we go to pass, especially when we get into the second half. The second half where we get those rushing touchdowns. And it just feels like, Doug, why don't you keep utilizing the rush? It's what's beating the Giants. The Giants struggled against the run. No, let's continue with the passing game. Let's continue to put the quarterback under the utmost pressure at all. Our quarterback. It's, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, but it's just, you get it feels like a while when you come after the bye week. You get pumped up to watch the Birds. You get pumped up for that first game after. But it just continues to the frustration. Sadly, this team is still in first place. That tie is definitely going to be one of the main reasons why this team is going to be within the race the entire time. And the schedule, not getting any easier. They got Cleveland next week. They got I think it's Green Bay and Seattle the next 2 weeks. And then Arizona as well. So it's not going to get any easier. Definitely not. And we all know Doug Pederson, definitely during December, that's when he wins those games. He wins in December football, getting closer to that stretch of the playoffs. But do I see this Eagles team getting better as the weeks go on? They just provided this complete and utter garbage on the field. No preparation whatsoever. The coaching staff not preparing their team at all. And getting completely outcoached the entire game. Completely outcoached. The Giants were the better coached team today. And I believe overall and talent-wise, the Eagles are the much better team. But during this game, the Giants were the much better team because they had better coaching. They were outcoaching Doug Pederson, Jim Schwartz. And the Eagles are not going to win football games when both of your coaches are getting completely outplayed. Not blaming Carson Wentz for this one. And it's continuing with the frustration. It just continues to get frustrating and more frustrating. And it's just, am I at the point where Doug Pederson, am I at that point where I'm screaming for Doug Pederson's head, where I'm screaming for Jim Schwartz's head? It's not going to happen. I'm not at that point yet. Yes, Jim Schwartz, some of those times he will have bad games where he doesn't adjust. I'm not at that point where I'm screaming for his head to be fired tomorrow. I know there's definitely some people, most people, honestly, it feels like it's a Brett Brown situation with the Sixers, where they're just calling for certain guys' heads. Mainly it's going to be Doug, Jim Schwartz, Carson Wentz. I'm not at that stage yet. Has Doug Pederson been terrible this season? Yes, he has been very terrible this season. Jim Schwartz has had his moments this season where the defense was actually pretty good. And there have been some moments where he struggled to adjust and he didn't have a good game plan at all. And the other team's offense just completely railed the Eagles' defense. There have been those games. But it's just, it's still mind-boggling that in a division game, coming off of a bye week, how are you not prepared? How are you not prepared? Like, what are you doing during the entire off week to prepare for this game, to prepare for a division rival matchup that's crucial for your division lead? How did you prepare for this? Because they were not prepared at all. They looked lifeless. They looked dead. Yeah, they had a couple of nice drives right there where they got the touchdowns. But when some of the plays mattered, Carson Wentz getting sacked, couldn't make any passes going, 0 for 9 on third down conversions? Are you kidding me? That's trash. That's embarrassing. How are you 0 for 9 on third down during an entire game? And I think the stat line on that was the Eagles haven't gone that long of a stretch without converting a third down, I think, since 2004. Or like 2005, 2004, somewhere around that range. They said it on the broadcast. It's just, God. It's, oh my goodness. And then On one of the touchdown drives, I think it was the second touchdown during this game. First touchdown, great drive, Boston Scott. The Eagles are within the game. You go for the 2-point conversion. Cool. And you're back within the game. Giants respond immediately. And then you go right back down the field and get a touchdown. Go right back down the field. And then you go for 2 points. Where a field goal would have put you up by 3. I mean, would put you down by 3. You would have been down a field goal. Why are you going for 2? Why are you going for 2 on that play? What method of analytics tells you to go for 2? Make the extra point. Bring your team within 3. And you're down by a field goal. Because the next few drives after, the Giants weren't getting anything going. The Eagles' defense was actually stopping them. They were. Sadly, the Eagles' offense wasn't really helping the defense at all when they actually got stops. It just felt like it was a mishmash the entire game. When the defense couldn't stop anyone, when the offense scored, the defense couldn't stop anything. When the defense did stop something, the offense could not do a lick. It felt like that the entire damn game. And you made Daniel Jones look like a good quarterback. They honestly did. He looked like a good quarterback. And that's saying something. Oh, God. And just going into the next few weeks, it's not gonna be pretty. Am I expecting the Eagles to go up against Cleveland, up against Green Bay, up against Seattle, Arizona, those teams a lot of those teams are young, they're exciting to watch? No, I don't expect the Eagles to win at all. But knowing this damn team, it's 2020, anything could damn happen. You can't predict a damn thing. The Eagles will probably win at least 2 of those games. Because you know why? 2020. And it's also the NFC East. I have no words whatsoever to describe my frustration with this game. I'm not going to be here screaming the entire time, because it's not worth it. It is not worth it to scream about this team. It's not. You can get mad, you can get frustrated. For me, screaming, to me, they're not worth it. They're absolutely not worth it. The team is not good enough. The team is just not good enough. And then just also within the bye week, that whole situation with Brett Favre saying that he would have rather chosen Nick Foles over Carson Wentz. And then you get the whole situation with Doug Pederson during his press conference saying, I value his opinion. I respect his opinion. Are you kidding me? How is Carson Wentz supposed to have any damn confidence in himself when, one, you have his head coach? I can understand Brett Favre is one of his good friends growing up when he was in the league as quarterback. I can understand that. But Doug Pederson, grow a pair and tell Brett Favre to shut his damn mouth. Because how the hell is this quarterback supposed to have any damn confidence when it sounds like his own head coach doesn't have any confidence in him? It doesn't sound like it at all. How is this guy supposed to have a lick of confidence when no one on this team probably has any confidence in him? And also this, it does come to accountability. Because every week, it's the same damn excuse. It's the same damn excuse. We gotta be better. I gotta be better. Doug Pederson saying, I gotta have better play calls, blah, 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 blah. Carson Wentz, the same excuse. I gotta be better. I can't stop. I gotta stop trying to be the hero, blah, 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 blah. It's the same excuses every week. There's no accountability. And we all notice there's no accountability, because there isn't. There just isn't accountability whatsoever on this entire team. There isn't. There just isn't at all. I guess maybe you can say the bright side of this game. There was no turnovers. There was no fumbles. There was no interceptions by Carson Wentz. I guess you can say that's the positive. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. I am losing my mind with this team. I know it doesn't. Sometimes it sounds like being very sarcastic. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, very frustrating loss. The next few games are definitely going to be very frustrating against much better teams than the Eagles. So I want to hear your thoughts on this game. Who do you blame more? Are you one of those people that blame Carson Wentz? Do you blame the coaching staff, Jim Schwartz, Doug Pederson? I want to hear your thoughts. So don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And also, before I end it right there, like I said earlier, like halfway through the video, that I am now partnered with the Painted Lines. TTP Sports is now officially a part of their group right there. Same thing with the Flyered Up podcast that I do with Chris Mayer, Flyers Fan Mania 93. That is also another official podcast apart with the Painted Lines. And like I said, I was on the Eagles pregame show today, as well as the postgame show that they do live on YouTube and social media, Twitter. So you can find them at Twitter at The Painted Lines, and I'll link their podcast in the description. Same thing with their YouTube channel. And go and check them out. Go and check out the Painted Lines right now. So thank you for watching this video. Want to hear your thoughts and comments, so don't forget to do that. And I will see you next time.